My son is 17. He's pretty high functioning, but he has a lot of social anxieties. My son loves maps. It started with traffic lights, anything traffic oriented. He would call and tell them that the traffic light was out. I didn't even know he knew the number. Like 8 years old, hey, the traffic light's not working, and then I would drive. He'd ask me to drive a certain way somewhere to make sure that it was corrected. It's been, educationally, it's been a lot of challenges. We realized that when he was in sixth grade, that a lot of his IEP goals were not being met. And out of desperation, I went to the school because he was being bullied. We were at a breaking point. And the principal looked at me one day and said, if you want me to tell you that your son is going to come to my school and not be bullied, I can't tell you that. And that's when we were like, okay, do we homeschool? If we homeschool, then we're taking him out of the social environment that he needs. So homeschooling is really not an option for autism parents. Even though it's a safe alternative, it's not an option because it takes them out of their social setting. I met a lady whose son attended Matthew Reardon, and she was telling me all the great things about it, and it almost seemed like a dream come true. I called immediately, scheduled an appointment to come in and tour the school. And from there on, they took the initiative and they went to his classroom and they observed him in his setting at his school, which was very impressive for me. I didn't know where my son was until I came to Matthew Reardon and was able to find out exactly academically where he was. But we found out that when we got here, that he was in seventh grade, going into seventh grade, he was reading on a second grade reading level and doing math on a second grade reading level. And after being here now for 3 years, we are now on fifth and sixth grade reading level. So he has completely gained a grade every year here, which he wasn't. It took 6 years. We only gained two grades. So when I first got here to Matthew Reardon, they were so helpful. We were able to sit down and do our first IEP together, and it was painless. I mean, the IEP in public school was always a drag. It was always like a big job for me as a parent because I felt like I was doing it alone. But when we got there, they basically had ideas of goals for Caleb, some that I hadn't even thought of. And together, we came up with this wonderful IEP for Caleb. I cannot express the calmness I had as a mother going to work the first day that he was here and knowing that there was no bullying. Everybody at Matthew Reardon was just like my son. Everybody was there with a goal in mind, trying to achieve something, and all of the parents were on the same page. It was like a family. It really is like a family. What we are doing is we're going to go to Beach High School next year. That's what we're zoned for. They put him at the Transition Academy. He'll be there till he's 21 years old. We know we're going to try to get this diploma, and we're going to go from there to see what type of technical classes he would like to, take. So there is a demand for schools like Matthew Reardon where parents of children on the spectrum can bring their kids to a safe place where they can flourish and learn. I'm constantly telling people about Matthew Reardon because, this has been it's been a game changer. It's been a life changer.